snap. Hi, I'm Tim. Today we're going to be looking at the classic game Oh, you aren't looking too hot. Are you alright? Can we get someone to check on them? Thank you.
Bored.
Bored? Bored. Alright, in that case, let's talk about a factory. Factory fun. Factory fun is what I said. Factory fun. You look worse. Factory Fun? Factory Funner! Sequel to hit game Factory Fun is my latest obsession. It's just so fast, even at its max player count of 6. 6! It presents you all with a weird pipe-laying, tile-laying puzzle and has you all simultaneously crunch down on it for points like you're at the Gobstopper speed-eating competition. Speaking of, this game really looks like a Gobstopper. I just love the colors on this thing. It really makes you feel like you're piping goo. Oh, I should probably explain how the game works. If only there was some way to do that.
8 rounds, 2 phases, 1 factory. Phase 1, fast phase. Everyone flips a tile. Now it's a free-for-all. Just grab the one you want. But make sure you really want it because the first player to grab a tile loses a point. Phase 2, fit it in. Before you end your turn, you must ensure you are not violating any OGS regulations. This means all machines being piped the correct amount of goo, and no perpetual motion machines. In order to fix this, you're going to use your personal goo suppliers. Those are going to cost you 1 standard victory point to install. In fact, everything is. Once you've created a place for the goo to come from and the place for the goo to go, you are done. Gain points equal to the number in the machine and go again. Now, in subsequent rounds, you may regret decisions you've made. If symptoms persist, call a doctor. But for now, you may remove anything on your board for free. The guy we hired to do it just blows shit up for the love of the game. However, he will not blow up your machines. Far too messy.
Oh, I'm sorry. But there is another way to get victory points, and that is with these tokens. If you fully supply a machine with goo from other machines, you get a little bonus. You get to place this token on the pips. Now you can see here that we've got a 2 and a 1 coming out of these ones, outputs shown by numbers, into an input shown by pips. That is enough to supply that machine, and so now each of those pips is going to be worth 3 victory points for a total of 9 victory points just for doing that. And in a game where the average score is about 55, that is not an insignificant number. Okay, let's look at the overall flow of the game. So, you flip a tile, you grab the one you want, great. Then you have to place it somewhere on your board. So you figure that out, great, simple, no problem. You grab another tile, it fits nicely here, wonderful. Another tile, oh, I just squeeze it in here, great. Another tile, oh no, this one does not fit in at all. Well, I can make it work if I just, no. Oh, okay. This is not good. What do you mean I have to add 3 more machines to this? Are you insane? There's a certain factory of my love for this game that is just the tactility. It's a thing to hold. You get to place pipes on a board in front of you and watch as your factory grows. I also love how you're able to place pipes on the same hex, even overlapping each other, and as long as those pipes don't share an edge, anything goes. I've done a lot of this genre of puzzle over various video games, but there's something about having it in front of me, pieces that I can manipulate and mess with, and I'm encouraged to manipulate and mess with. It really makes me feel like I'm the owner of a goo factory, spending endless nights working on his goo emporium. And you may wonder exactly how the pipe situation works in terms of physicality, and the answer to that is that there's just a lot of them. And there's also a couple for very specific situations, usually only 1 of each type though. The only time we've ever run out of pipes was in a 6-player game, and not with these specific one-offs, but rather with the big curves, which then meant we spent the rest of the game trying to make a functional factory not using these, which was actually a really fun puzzle. But most of the time you're not gonna run out of pipes. A lot of modern board games will have you building on a board in front of you, and by the end of it you will have something, yeah, you have made, but it feels less like a personalized thing and more like just a place you happen to get because you made a series of mechanical decisions. But these boards, the Factory Funner end state boards, feel true to the individuals who made them. The obvious ramifications of an early mistake. A once perfect factory, now squandered by the drive of progress. A vast interconnected web that is actually just 3 separate factories. It's all there. Just like with humans, this game does not care how many heads there are, as long as there's at least one. Solo, this game has multiple boards of increasing difficulty that you can work through campaign style. And at lower player counts, it kind of feels like you can screw over what the other people are gonna do, because you kind of know what they're up to. Not exactly though. And at higher player counts, it feels like sitting at a table of churning machines, where cyclical groans of pain and choruses of fuck yeah blend into a beautiful soundscape I like to call noise pollution. Factory Funner is ruthless. That is about the only negative I can give it. It does not care about you. If you fall behind, you probably are not gonna catch up. But it's fast, it supports up to 6, and you're always playing the game. So even if you don't come close to winning, you still likely had a good time just solving the puzzle. And for me, that's worth the cutthroatedness. I did just think of another negative, and it's this damn board. It is absolutely tiny, and the little wooden tokens you use are so small and light. So that means that in a game where you're like rapidly reaching to grab things as fast as you can sometimes, and maybe this is usually in the center of the board for everyone to be able to reach it, it is the most bumpable thing of all time. But other than that, the production's pretty good. Oh, hey, you're back. I think you're alright now. Your heart rate has returned to the normal of Morse code for the word indubitably. I think if you're still here at this point in the video, you probably should give it a shot. It's pretty damn good. There's a free version over on Tabletopia that's official that you can play right now in your browser. Also, if you do decide to get it in person, the box size is great. It's a portable size, me for reference, and everything fits in there perfectly, only just though, which is what I love to see personally. Alright, that is all from me, so as I always say, apples can't stop me. I'm an unlicensed practitioner. Bye!